Rajesh Ram was born on 5th November 1960 in his hometown of Nassori in Fiji. He grew up doing general farm work to help feed his siblings and father, all while attending Laline Memorial High School, which he completed the equivalent of HSC. Mr. Ram then went on to work in aerial surveying while attending university to study the same field as he was working in. He stayed in aerial surveying and photography for a good 13 years, but ended up immigrating to Australia due to the political and national turmoil that Fiji seemed to have been going through at the time. Fiji was experiencing a military coup at the time, meaning the military would overthrow the current government and place themselves in charge of the nation as a whole. This was one of the main reasons Rajesh left Fiji. However, he returned a year later to get married to Sunita Lata, who also felt the need to leave the country for a better future for herself and for her future family. After the couple moved to Australia, they soon found out that they needed to rebuild their careers and way of living in order to adapt to the Australian lifestyle and society. Rajesh and Sunita explained how they went on to work as cleaners at Primus Small Goods in order to support themselves by paying rent and for food. But moving to the present day, they now have 3 children, good jobs, and a better home than when they first arrived in Australia. However, Rajesh still feels connected to Fiji and calls it, in his eyes, and I quote, heaven. He loves his current country, yet misses the life he had before the military coup took place. He talks about how he sacrificed his will for a better and safer future for his wife and kids. So, what exactly was the coup? Explain.
The coup happened in front of my eyes, and literally I was having a look outside the window in that office, and that on the day when it happened, around 10 in the morning, and I saw the ruling of that parliamentarians were thrown into this army big truck. Those military people had the gas mask and face mask and were armed like how you see in United States of America. Those army people happened after they started to remove Indians from the top spots, and then the Indians started to come to overseas, Australia, New Zealand, America, and all the top skilled people are not over there anymore.
Life in Fiji was actually pretty good, although not as same as here in Australia. Australia's the standard of living, the health system and everything is very good compared to what Fiji has. It was, I would say, childhood was really good. Running around here, we don't get to freely run around and all that. Kids don't do that, but we did do that there, and obviously the close knit part of the family, which is I miss, although we do have families here, but we don't meet as often as we used to meet in Fiji.
Well, in Fiji, the way it was, the way we lived over there was like, I will very nearly have it compared to being in heaven. We used to meet all of the people in the village, play sports, drink kava, have a good night out every day, and less amount, but it was enough for us. Here in Australia, we earn heaps of big money, but it goes like that. everything is money. So it was excellent. If I had my way, I will straight away. I'll go and live there. Now, here, because I'm staying here and I'm here. But if I had the opportunity to go and retire over there, I'll go there.
Rajesh and Sunita both have experienced diaspora and appreciate Australia as the homeland. However, Rajesh still has feelings of home and belonging back in Fiji, and truly goes to show that home is where the heart is.